everyone, it's Carissa at Sprinkled with Glitter, and I am here with a scrapbook page for you in celebration of National Scrapbook Day. I don't often do scrapbook pages, but I happen to be working on a project in my craft room right now where I'm creating actually these 8x8 scrapbook pages to put in frames on my wall. So I will be using the Biggie Family sentiments from my pink stamper and some cuts from my silhouette machine. So let's get started. This I have cut out. It's a custom shape that I made on my Silhouette Studio software, as well as these strips here. And then I have also cut this from on my Silhouette as well, and it's just the word wonderful. And I will have a link to that on my blog, that shape that I used for that. So I already have my picture of my sun mounted here, and I'm just going to set that to the side. And I'm going to start with this piece of gray paper here, and I'm just going to use this postage edge border punch to make the edge of this a little more interesting. Now, the recurring theme in these projects that I'm using on my walls in my craft room is that there's a lot of white space and they're very geometric. They're very simple designs, and that's fine with me. So just going to finish punching this, and then my plan is to layer this on with this green chevron paper here. Now this is actually a digital paper that I have printed out, and looking at the scale of it here, I'm going to go ahead and take probably a good 3/8 of an inch off. I'm going to go ahead and mount this green chevron paper onto the gray piece that I've already punched. And I'm going to set, this is actually my scrapbook page base. I'm going to set that aside for just a minute. Okay. And then this is going to layer onto my scrapbook page just like that. But before I start putting that down, I need to bring in some of my elements here and just make sure that I'm going to have them kind of in the right positioning. Now this kind of tabbed photo base, I'm thinking I want like that. And this wonderful is going to go right there. So this actually looks like it's in a pretty good position. I'm going to go ahead and put this piece down on my scrapbook page. Okay, and once again, I can just bring this piece in. Now, because this piece is so large, I keep bringing it in to make sure that I have room around it for the things that I want to actually put on it. So I'm going to leave that there, and that will be where I will put it down. I'm not ready to just slap it down yet, so if you're wondering, why don't you just leave it in place? I'm going to actually get this wonderful word. Now, it's very delicate, and so what I did after I cut it with my silhouette machine is I just ran it through my little Xyron X sticker maker to put adhesive on the back rather than deal with glue and that sort of thing. So I had that all prepared and ready to go. And it's kind of tricky, but we'll get this on here one way or another. Okay, so I've set my scrapbook page base aside because I am going to be doing a little embossing. And if you head over to my blog, I have a challenge up there for National Scrapbook Day and a giveaway there, so you can check that out. And my challenge is to use embossing in your project. So I'm going to go ahead and use this two sentiments from my pink stamper Biggie Family sentiments. And this one says sun, and I want it on that side of the stars. And the other says my, and I'm going to put that on this side of the stars. And then I am going to stamp the word sun again on my tab here. And I am going to emboss all of these. Now, these two I'm going to be using black embossing powder. And on this tab piece, I'm going to use white embossing powder. Okay, so I have all of my pieces embossed, and now I can go ahead and put this photo on top of the mat that I've created. And I've already put it on some foam adhesive just to speed things along. And I'm just gonna center it right on that photo mat there. Okay, so I've mounted my picture, and I believe this will actually end up staying kind of where it is, but until I get everything in place, I don't want to glue it down. And I've noticed that when I put these on here, I'm kind of losing my stars on this chevron paper just because of the white on white kind of effect. So I just have a little strip. It's actually part of the strip that I cut off of this piece of paper here, and I'm going to put it behind the stars so that there's just a little contrast there and I don't lose those stars. So I'll just put a little adhesive on either end and just kind of tuck it behind the stars on both pieces. Just going to take this and kind of cut it off there, and then I'm going to create a banner end. And then this one, I'm going to actually create the banner end on both ends. And I will just use a little foam mounting adhesive to attach these to the page here. I'm going to go ahead and put my picture down now because I think I'm ready to commit to this layout. So I'm just putting some adhesive on the back. I'm just going to slap that down. Okay, and then I have some stickers here. I don't use stickers very often, but I'm trying to do something kind of different here. So these are actually from the Echo Park Dots and Stripes collection pack. And I am going to just kind of make a banner here in this corner. Just kind of space these out. And maybe I want this part to go kind of, maybe it'll slide underneath this picture, or maybe not. Looks like it's not going to do that for me, so I will have to base the rest of my banner pieces on where this one ends up. I think I'll just trim that off there, and that way it'll look like it went under the edge of the picture. So that one will be there. And then this one will go here. Just kind of trying to create kind of a banner here in the corner. And now I just have some twinery twine here. It's the black and white, or charcoal, I believe it's what it's called. And I am just going to kind of glue that on the edge there. Actually, I take that back. Rather than glue, I think what I'm going to do is just go ahead and staple it on there. Since it is a boy page, I think I can get away with stapling it. So I'll start out by stapling one edge here. I'm just going to shape it on here, kind of make sure I have enough to get it where I want it. And I will staple the other end. Added a couple of extra staples there for security and for just decoration. And then I'm just going to trim the ends of this twine off. And I think that completes my page. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's something a little bit different from me. Be sure on Saturday, May 5th, 2012, you go over to my blog to check out the National Scrapbook Day giveaway and challenge. There you can enter your project. And the challenge is just to use some sort of embossing on your project. Now you can use dry embossing, I use wet embossing, any kind of embossing is fine. Just include that on your project, and it doesn't have to be a scrapbook page, it could be a card or home decor project or whatever you want. So go on over there, check it out, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching.